Recently, we had Foxy in the building. I am talking about Foxy Brown, actress Pam Grier, who of course played that iconic role. She's had a career that spans some 5 decades. We seem to know so much about her life and her career, but she's sharing even more about it in an all-new podcast by TCM. It's called The Plot Thickens, and Robach and I got a chance to catch up with her.
Thank you for having me, because basically the podcast, Turn the Podcast with Ben Mankiewicz, that came out to interview me, which replicates my autobiography. Well, now it's like radio,
right?
Podcast. They came out because they thought she's funny.
Yeah.
And when I put Richard Pryor's horse in the backseat of my Jaguar,
oh, wow.
And that's one of the episodes.
Whoever starts a sentence like that.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Pam Grier.
No, crazy, as Richard called me, crazy as Pam Grier. So, who was one of my love interests in my life, was very informative for me. And that's the reason why I'm here, because they gave me the courage to talk about all the things that have given me courage to know that the trauma and everything that I went through, you're gonna be okay, because we always have all of you, my mentors, Quentin Tarantino, people who have said, you're going to be okay. Yeah. And that's why we were able to do it. And Ben Mankiewicz, they brought out some things for me, moments.
Was it hard to convince you in the first place to even do it? Were you a little nervous?
Because you're going to revisit moments and times where I'm going to break down. I'm going to have moments. And I said, give me a minute, because I'm revisiting trauma 4 times. Some serious trauma, and they were so wonderful to talk to me. And I listened to his Peter Bogdanovich podcast, and I said, I can do this because I'm teaching. I'm a teacher. And they came out to the ranch. What do you do in the morning? 6 o'clock, feeding horses. You snot, they want to, what did you do in that? What do you do that keeps me grounded? Because I don't live in Los Angeles, Hollywood, New York. I live in a rural area because my family's from the Black West, and that's been my grounding. I get to bring something different to my roles, and it's kept me going. But it also gives me a place to escape when I talk about my life.
It's beautiful, and as you talk about your life, and as you mentioned, you go back to the beginning and you tell everything. What has the reaction been so far, now that all of that is out there in the world?
It is extraordinarily warm and wonderful and fuzzy, and I've been getting, because of my journey, I'm now doing a show called Them for Sony and Amazon. And to get that level, to do Quentin Tarantino, you have to be an actor that is going to go to the edge. You can't play at it. And so I bring a lot of my experiences. And that is not Juilliard, I didn't go. But it's what you develop an audience. Remember, when I started, people weren't accustomed to see a woman doing martial arts, running, jumping, shooting guns. You have to develop the audience to this point. And so when I began, I was able to make people feel comfortable seeing you take a gun, martial arts, go in the den of lions, and come out. And so you develop the audience to today, so you can see, it's been 5 decades, honey. It's been a while. So I've got some tenure, but the journey in the episodes showing how women have evolved in independence, how our film industry has evolved. And so every aspect of it, we get to sit down, and it's not a film, it's episodes, and each episode is like a movie. So it captivates everyone.
You have fans all over the world for decades because of what we've seen you do in film, but is it true that this has been received so well, that there was a fan who had listened to the podcast who actually went so far as to reach under the bathroom stall to try to get an autograph from you?
Yeah, I thought they were going to help me wipe or something.
Oh,
I really didn't know what they were doing. It's like, did I miss some spot? But yes, and it's happening every day. On the plane, at the airport, people that I don't watch TV, but I'm watching you from Parker, Colorado, okay? And we're watching and listening. We didn't know what you had gone through and how our daughters and our children and our wives have responded to you. So I have farmers who knew of me in Colorado before I moved to New Mexico because of the pandemic, to move the whole family down there, to say, Pam, we're listening to it over and over and over again. Oh. And that's why we invited you to our home. And we have never had a black person in our home before. but you ain't black. You loving and you're human, and thank you. And it was,
Yeah.
it brings a lot to me when people didn't know me.
And Pam's final episode drops December the 6th, and you can listen to The Plot Thickens wherever you get your podcast.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.